Hello, I am your friend and your host, Prakash. Today we are going to talk about CRPs. CRP means Certificate of Rent Paid. So, a lot of you are still wondering about what is this CRP, what you have to do. So, if you own any rental property, you need to file a CRP before 31st of January this year. Let me show you how you can do it. You go to google.com, then search for CRP 2024 Minnesota. So you will come to this website, which is Minnesota Department of Revenue. You open this website and it will directly take you to CRP website. Now, in this website, you have to use e-services. Like for last couple of years, this is what they have been using. If you only own one rental property, you might not have to go through every step that I'm talking about. But if you own multiple rental properties, then this might be helpful. So once you come to this website, you have to look for certificate of rent paid file formats. When you click on this, it will show you two different formats. One is a blank template, and second one is an import file with some kind of examples in it. I would recommend to download the second file so it will come with some kind of example. So I have already downloaded it for you. Here is how it looks like. So this is what you will get. Now let me quickly explain you what this means. So you need to, if you have multiple properties, you have to prepare one Excel sheet like this. You have to put all your rental addresses and the renters who are living there, and then you can just upload it and you are done. In one shot, you are done with your CRP. Let me quickly go through what this file means and how to fill it. First one is owner. So the person who is working on this file, if you are the owner of the property, then you have to write true. Otherwise, you have to put false. False is for property managers or somebody else filing it on behalf of someone else. Then your owner's first name, owner address, owner city, owner state, owner zip, phone number. That's obvious. And then comes some more details that you have to fill. Uh, Whether this house was used as an adult foster care, you need to put true or false. For a normal single family, it will be false most probably. Assisted living facility, if it was part of an assisted living facility, true or false. It was part of an intermediate care facility, or if it was part of a nursing home, or if it is a mobile home, then you have to put true or false. Even if this house is built on a mobile home lot, you have to put true or false. Then comes property ID. Property ID, I hope you all know how to find it. You need to go to your county tax website. Just go to Google and put Ramsey County tax or Hennepin County tax records. And then you put your address. It will show you your property ID. You can get your property ID from there, a number of units in the property. If it is a single family house or just a townhome, it will be one. If it is a duplex, triplex, then you need to put number of units in the property. Now, renter's last name and renter's first name. Now you have to make sure that all the adults who are on the lease should be mentioned here. So if suppose Jane Doe and John Doe, these two are husband and wife living in the property, you need to create two rows, one for Jane, one for John. If there is another adult son who is on the lease, then you have to create three rows. Their middle initial, rental address. So you put the address of the rental property. So in this case, 125 Oak Avenue, St. Paul, Minnesota, 55101 Ramsey. So just when you put this county name, then you need to put only the county name. You don't have to add the word county. So in this case, it's Ramsey. So you just need to put Ramsey. You don't need to mention Ramsey County. Okay. Now go to the next one is rented from. So last year in 2024, what was their start date, what was their end date. If they rented for the whole year, then it will go from 1/1/2024 to 12/31/2024. If they ended their lease in the middle of the year, then it will be somewhere like whatever the date was. Based on that, you have to calculate total number of months rented. If they paid for Suppose they left by middle of September and they only paid for 8.5 months. You have to mention here 8.5. Now comes number of adults. So in this case, like we mentioned, two adults. So you need to mention two. If there were three, whoever was on the lease, you need to mention that many numbers and you need to have that many rows. Medical assistance. Did they get any kind of medical assistance? Okay, if you provided any, you need to put the number. You need to show them that, hey, I gave them like $1,500 medical assistance amount. They received some medical assistance amount, whatever amount they received, that you have to mention. Now, any kind of housing support, if they are on some kind of voucher, you need to put true, and then you need to provide housing support amount. Okay. Now comes resident's share of rent. So in this case, you see it's 8,000 and 8,000. You have to make sure that unless it's exclusively it's written somewhere, uh, if it is written, it's fine. If not, then you have to divide the rent into equal parts. So if there are two adults and total rent is 16,000 that they paid for the whole year, then you need to divide it into two and then show 8,000 and 8,000. If there are three renters, like one adult son also on the lease, then you have to divide that 16,000 by 3 and then put the amount here. Any kind of caretaker reductions, like if they are taking care of the property, you give them some kind of discount. If any of those amounts, you need to mention here. A total rent paid will be after all the reductions, how much did they pay? So that will be your total rent paid. Now comes the agent name. If you are the owner filling this form, then you need to put, no, you don't have to put anything here. If you have a property manager or if you are filling it for somebody else, then you need to put your name and phone number here. Once you are done, you need to create this, just delete all these default sample rows, create your own from here to here, put all the addresses, all the tenants' name, fill out all the information, save this document somewhere in your computer. Now go back to the CRP website. Now you go back to the main page and there will be login to e-services. Once you log into e-services, then you need to just give me a second. When you log into e-services, you will see this a page like this. When you go back and just click on I want to, you will see certificate of rent paid. There is history, messages, tax account, blah, blah, blah. But you need to only look at the certificate of rent paid. And now you click on submit CRPs. It will ask for which year. You mention 2024. You go next. Then you need to mention you are importing a file or entering manually. If it is only one property, you can just hit enter manually and put your numbers. If it is like multiple rental properties and you created a file, then you import from the file, click next. It will ask you to import your data. You click on this button and then choose the file, upload it. Since I have not created it yet, I'm not uploading. You just upload it, then click next, next, next. It will ask you to submit and you submit and you are done. As you submit, you will get a final report. You can take that, you can send it to your renters, and then you are done. So that how much easy it is. So I hope you learned something. Just try to be compliant and do this before 31st of January. Make sure you communicate with your tenants, send them through email or upload it into the portal, whichever portal you are using, and make sure you are done. If you have any further questions, you can just email me or call me or try to contact me. I will try to help you. Thank you so much.